All right, so welcome now to this question. Okay, so we are going to be looking at how we can derive the quadratic formula. Okay, so how do we derive the quadratic formula? We're just going to be simply using completing the square method. That's all. Okay, and then we'll come up with this quadratic formula here. So from this formula that you can, from this equation that you can see, we're going to come up with this using what? Completing the square method. Okay, so what do we do? So the first thing is to write what we've been given, ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to what? To 0. Okay, so now the secret when you're completing the square is always to make sure that the coefficient of x squared is 1. Okay, to be specific, it must be positive 1. Okay, so if it's not positive 1, the coefficient of x squared, you have to make it a positive 1. So here I can see that the coefficient there is a. So I have to change this coefficient to a positive 1. So what do? I'm going to divide this by a, okay? And then whatever you do to this, you also do to this and this and this. So I'm also going to divide this with a, and this with a. So what am I going to find? I'm going to find x squared plus b over ax plus c over a is equals to 0 divided by a. It's simply what? 0. Okay, it's just 0 there. And then from there, what are we going to do? Okay, I'm going to take this c over a to the other side. So I have x squared plus b over ax, okay, is equals to minus c over a. Okay, so now once you reach this step here, you are going to make what we call as a special 0. Okay, so what is a special 0 when you're completing the square? You're just going to get the coefficient of x, always, okay? Always you get the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x is b over a. So I'll write it here. So to this coefficient of x, you're going always to divide it by 2, or in other ways, multiply it by 1 over 2. Okay, so dividing by 2 or multiplying by half is the same thing. Okay, so you get the coefficient of x always when you're completing the square. You multiply it by half or you divide it by 2 and then you square it. Okay, so you see what I just did there. So that would be b over 2a and then squared. Okay, so that's what I have there. And then from there, okay, you're going to add and subtract this thing from this equation. No wonder we're saying we are creating a special 0. Because remember, if I say 5 minus 5, this is just a 0. Okay, but it's a special 0 represented in terms of numbers. So that's what we want to form. So using this expression here, we are going to make a special 0. So we are going to add it to the expression and subtract it. Okay, so here is what we are going to have. So it will be x squared. Okay, it will be x squared. And then from there, we're going to say plus b over a x. Okay, and then now I'm going to add this expression to this. So that will be plus, I should even show it in different color. So that will be plus b over 2a squared. And then I subtract it again. So minus b over 2a squared. So this is what you should do always, okay? Always when you're completing the square. And then this is just going to be equals to minus a over c. So we have created a special 0 here. You see that these things are the same and we are adding them and subtracting. So that is just a 0. So we haven't changed anything in the equation because we just added 0, okay? If you add 0, nothing changes. All right. And then from here, we are now going to say that the first 3 terms of the expression that I have on my right form what we call as a perfect square. So the first 3 terms are 1, 2, 3. So always when you're completing the square, the first 3 terms, okay, are going to form what we call as a perfect square. Okay, they're going to form what we call as a perfect square. So what do we mean by perfect square? Okay, it means we are more like going to ignore this guy with the x. We're just going to focus on these ones that have squared. So you can see x is squared and then b over 2a is squared, right? So you're going to write this first 3 part here as x, okay? And then you write whatever is inside the brackets there, which is plus b over 2a Okay, and then you remember that, oh, the x was squared, the b over 2a was squared, so you are going to put all these in squared like that. Okay, so these first three terms here, they are summarized in this expression. If you want, I can show you. If we try to expand this, what we get is that x multiplied by x, I get x squared. Okay, x multiplied by b over 2a, I get bx over 2a. Okay, that is plus. And then b over 2a multiplied by x, I get another bx over 2a. And then b over 2a squared, I just get plus b over 2a squared. So now check what happens to these things that are in the middle. So that will be plus. So the common denominator is a 2a there, right? And then this will be bx plus bx. So that will be 2bx plus b over 2a and then squared. Okay, so this will just be x squared. So here I have 2 and 2. So they cancel out. So I just remain with what? ba x plus b over 2a and then squared. So you've seen that this thing is actually equal to this one. Okay, so I've shown you how here. Okay, I've shown you how here. But when you are completing the square, you don't have to show this part here. You just get the first three terms here. As long as you have introduced the correct special zero. Okay, the first three terms are always going to summarize in this form. You're just going to get x, and then whatever is in the brackets, you add them or you subtract them, and then you square. Okay, so this plus here comes from whatever is in the brackets here. So if you have a minus there, make sure there's a minus there, and then you square. So these first three terms have formed this. We've seen how, right? Okay, so I can now continue. Okay, not our way, we don't know where it's coming from. We have shown here. Okay, we have shown there's no excuse. So, yeah, so the first three terms I've summarized to this, and then now I have this guy here. So this guy, I'm going to take him to the other side. So this will be equals to this guy here, it will now be plus. Okay, because the negative has gone to the right-hand side. So that will be plus 2a squared minus c over what? A. So that's what we have. So x plus b over 2a squared is equals to this here. I square it. So that would be b squared over. So the square goes to the b and to the 2a. So to the 2a, it squares the 2 and it squares the a. So that would be 4. Okay. And then that would be 4a squared. Okay. If you want, you can write it as 2a and then squared. Okay. If you want. Right, no problem. And then minus c over a. All right, and then from there now, I can erase this. I'm just going to add whatever I can see on my right. So a common denominator is 4a squared. So 4a squared into this 1 multiplied by this, I get b squared minus a into 4a squared, I get 4a. This 4a multiplied by the c, I get 4ac. Okay, so 4ac there. All right, and then on my left, I still have ax plus b over 2a, and then what? Squared. Okay, and then from here, what do we do? Okay, we're going to square root both sides. So I'll square root this side like this. Okay, square root this side, and I'm also going to square root this side. So now, this side here, that does not have a squared, does not have a square like this one here. If you introduce a root, okay, then the answer that you're going to get will either be a positive or a negative. So you add plus or minus in front. Okay, so this square root here cancels out with the 2. So I just have x plus b over 2a, okay, is equals to plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 4a squared. Okay, so now remember when we are learning about SADs, okay, when we're talking about simplifying SADs, rationalization, those things, we say that if I have root of a divided by the root of b, as long as it's the same root there, I can write this as the root of a over b. I can just write it as one big root, right? So that simply means we can be able to distribute this root that you can see here to the expression on top and to the expression down. So that will be x plus b over 2a is equals to plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac divided by the root of 4a squared. Okay, so again, we learned that root of a multiplied by the root of b is the same as 1 cubic root a multiplied by what? B. So that's what we can see down there. So this root of 4a squared, I can, using this property, separate it into root of 4 multiplied by the root of a squared. So what is the root of 4? The root of 4 is 2 multiplied by, what is the root of a squared? So the squared and the root cancels out. I just remain with a. So that will just be what? 2a. Okay, so whatever I have in the denominator there just becomes 2a. So this will be x plus b over 2a is equals to plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac divided by what? 2a. All right, so we're almost there. You can see it's almost looking like this. And then from there, I'm just going to move this guy here to the what? To the right. So that will give me x is equals to, this guy is positive. When it moves to the right, it becomes minus b over 2a. Okay, and then I have plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. All right, so we see that the denominators there are the same. So it means that a common denominator is 2a. So this guy into there, it's 1 multiplied by that, I still get minus 1 plus or minus 2a into this, 1 multiplied by that, I still get root of b squared minus 4a. C. Okay, so we've actually proved or shown, okay, or derived this quadratic formula. So x is equals to minus b plus or minus the root of b squared minus 4ac divided by what? 2a. Hence derived, or hence shown, or hence proved, or hence tapeza. We have sangared, we have found it. Anything that you want to say. All right, so that's how we can derive this formula. Okay, that's how we can derive this formula. And yeah, so we are done. All right, so now guys, if you're enjoying this video, you're learning from it, I would like to tell you that we have a premium platform where we can access all our videos and all our solutions to tutorial sheets, our past papers, even topic lessons. Okay, so let me show you. So when you go to Google Chrome, either on your phone or your laptop, just type in discretelearning.com. So discretelearning.com. Okay, and then you go there. So this is the website that has been designed for you, so you can see from average to A+. So as long as you use this website, I can guarantee you are going to pass. All right, so we have the 4 NS courses that you can see there. There's math, chemistry, physics, biology. So you can subscribe for any. Okay, so if you haven't yet enrolled, here it will be written not enrolled. Okay, but once you subscribe, you pay for the course that you want. It's going to show enrolled there. Okay, so if you don't have an account, please just check the link in the description below here. There's a video that will help you create an account, and then you'll be able to log in and pay for the course that you want. Okay, so for example, if I open math, okay, there are 2 folders there. So you go in general mathematics if you're in first year. So you go general mathematics there. Okay, so you just wait for it to load. Okay, so once it loads, you can see the 4 folders. There are topic lessons there. So for any topic that you're going to learn in math, we have videos there clearly explaining all the concepts, and there are also some notes that you can write. Then in this folder, there are summarized notes. Okay, so very much summarized, direct to the point of exactly what you want to know. Okay, or what you need to know in order to pass any assessment. Here there are tutorial sheets and assignments. So all the tutorial sheets, we have full videos here. You can check them out once you subscribe. So you are going to check them out. And then here we have the past quiz, test, and final exam papers. So we have videos there, so you can check it out. Okay, you can go in that folder and then you check it out. So if, for example, you go to the tutorial sheets here, okay, so it will depend from the university where you are. So if, for example, you are from Apex, when you open this folder for tutorial sheets, you're only going to find the videos for Apex. Okay, if you're from Cavendish, you're only going to find videos for Cavendish. All right, so let's say, for example, you are from maybe Mukuba. So you open Mukuba. So once you open this folder, okay, you're seeing there are two intakes there. So there's the past intake, the 2022-2025, and then we have the 2025-2026, which is currently running right now. So if you go in this folder here, you're going to see that you're going to find tutorial sheet 1, tutorial sheet 2. So we have videos for all the questions in tutorial sheet 1 and tutorial sheet 2. And all the tutorials that are going to be coming, we're going to be solving them and uploading them here so that you can learn at your own time, at your own pace. Okay, even in your blankets, you'll be able to learn. So now, if you like to register, okay, you can just follow the link in the description below. It's going to tell you how you can register and make a payment. Okay, it's an automated system. Okay, so it does everything automatically. So even in the night, when you just wake up 02, when you hear kudo, you just wake up, boom, you'll be able to what? To register. So my number is 0779 96 40 10. So if you're interested and you'd like to register so that you can improve your academic life, please hit me up on that number. You're going to find me. My name is Tutor Solutions. Okay, so even in the past papers, you'll find a similar arrangement. You're going to find the past papers there. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video and for supporting Discrete Learning Institute. Continue learning fast and easily.